Hi guys, so we're going to be talking today about the publishing process. Now we've already written our personal narratives and we've edited and revised them, so the next step in the writing process is to publish our writing. You guys have probably heard this term before. It's a term that writers and authors use to describe what happens at the end of their writing process, okay? So some more details about publishing. What is publishing? Publishing is when we make our writing ready and available for other people to read. It's the polished, cleaned up, beautiful version of our writing, kind of like the bow on the last part of the wrapping paper. When we do our Christmas wrapping, it's that last polished, beautiful look. So why do we publish? Publishing makes our writing ours, and it adds purpose to the things that we write. It gives our writing a sense of urgency and importance. How do we do that? How do we publish? So in order to get a piece of writing ready to be published, we first have to edit and revise it, like we've already done, and then we move on to type it to get it ready to be published. So there's different types of publishing. Publishing can take place in the form of books, blogs, newspapers, magazines. Publishing is basically any type of finalized, polished, and public writing. So for the purpose of this class, you're each going to be making your very own blog to post your writing in order to keep track of your progress throughout the year. You're going to be posting and publishing all of your writing pieces on this blog, so it's going to act kind of as a digital portfolio for you guys to be able to view your progress that takes place over the whole entire course of this year. So we're going to be making our blogs at a website called edublogs.org. Now there's lots of different websites that you can make a blog on, which I'm sure you guys have seen before, but for the purpose of this course, to ensure privacy and all those wonderful things, we're going to be using edublogs.org. So your assignment for today, you guys are going to be creating an account at edublogs.org, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that here in just a second. You're then going to work on typing your personal narrative onto the website, and I know that typing the paper that you have, it's a little lengthy and that may be a little challenging for you guys, but the good news is that this isn't going to be due for a couple days, so if you don't finish today, you'll have time to finish typing that up. You're going to be able to access your blogs from anywhere that you have internet access, so you don't need to worry about that, okay? Just do as much as you can. After you type that narrative, though, you're going to be adding at least 3 digital images onto the blog post to act as an illustration for your personal narrative. Now for this, I want you guys to think back to all those books that you read when you were younger, like Harold and the Purple Crayon, Clifford the Big Red Dog, those storybooks that had images that illustrated what was happening in the story. So when you choose your 3 images, I want it to reflect what's happening in your personal narrative, okay? So now I'm going to show you guys how to go about doing your blogs. So to do that, I'm just going to log out here so I can show you guys from the beginning. We're just going to type right here, edublogs.org. And this is what it's going to come up. This is what it looks like. So for you guys, since you don't have an account yet, you're going to go over here to sign up. You guys are students, so you're going to click that you're a student, and you're going to type in all this information. You're going to start with your username. Anything that you want right here is okay, as long as it's appropriate. Your email, you're going to use your school email. Make sure it's your school email and not your personal email. And you're going to come up with a password that's true to you, that you guys can remember, but someone else wouldn't easily be able to guess. And you guys are familiar with this right here, just a human verification. We have to make sure we have no robots in this class. You want to make sure that you agree to the terms of service, and then you want to continue to create your blog. Now, like I've said, I've already done this. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and log in to my blog. As it loads here, we're going to see, okay, so this is what it looks like once we log into our blog site. Now, as you can see, I already have a blog going on up here, and once you guys have created your blog, you'll be able to access it right here. But for this, we're going to go to my site, see how we can have multiple blogs here. I'm going to click on that. And now we're just going to click Add New because we want a new site. Okay, so when we're making our blog right here, we're going to go ahead and click our blog domain, which is going to show up right here before the .edublogs.org. So for this, I'm just going to say Miss Harrell's blog. You can click whatever you want. For my blog title, I'm going to click personal. I'm going to click, we'll go ahead and do 2016 to 2017 because that's the year, and all of our writings for this year are going to go on this blog. And we again have to make sure that we're not a robot. We're going to go ahead and create our new blog. Okay, so we've done that, as you can see here, 2016, 2017. Go ahead and visit the site so we can see what it looks like. Now, for this, we're not going to worry about editing and making this look pretty yet. We'll do that later on. But this is what this looks like. We want to click right here to go to new, and we want a new post. Okay, so here you can see this is where you enter the title, which will be personal narrative. That's going to be the same for everybody. Okay, and here we're just going to start. You're going to type the actual narrative that you have already written down. So you're going to go word by word and just copy from your written personal narrative, and you're going to type it up onto this blog. Now, for the images, you're going to click Add Media right here, and this is going to be at the very end. So for this, you would go ahead and open a new tab, and let's say that in my personal narrative, I'm talking about cherry picking, because that's what I did this weekend, and that's what I talked about in my blog. So we're going to look for images of cherry picking. So as you can see, here's one. Okay, so for that, you would just drag the image to your desktop like so, and then go back over here, and it says drop files anywhere to upload. So you can just do it like that. If that doesn't work for you, there's another way to do it that I'll show you in just a second. But for right now, we're going to insert that into our post. And as you can see, it just pops up, and we can right at the bottom like that. Okay? So we can also add images by uploading files, and we can select files like this, and it will just pull up all of our lovely mini things, and you can select an image that way. So if you have an actual picture that you took for the weekend and it's on your computer at home, feel more than free to add that into your blog. Now, what we're going to do here, you can save it as a draft if you want to continue working on it later. But when you're finished with it, you're going to click this Publish button right here. And it's probably going to take a second to load, but now we're going to visit our site, and you'll be able to see, here's my personal narrative. And of course, I didn't write as much as you guys are going to write, but it'll appear just like that. And as you can see, like I said before, look, it says missharrellsblog.edublogs.com. So you can access that just like any other website. Okay, so that's all that we have for today. I will see you guys in just a minute. All right, bye-bye.